Distressed spirits have often been known to inhabit objects they are near, bringing curses to those unlucky enough to own them. Although some of these items end up on display, you might want to think twice about visiting them, or you might bring a curse home with you. These are the haunted items you need to pray before touching. Part 2. Don't touch. Before we jump in though, I want to direct you all to a brand new channel we have called Bumblebee. Bumblebee is the next biggest top 10 channel for lovers of the strange, mysterious, and everything in between. The team behind it has also worked hard for months, and the launch date is set for August 11th. In at number 5 we have the Crying Boy painting. You might have seen this painting in a doctor's room or an old house. Created by artist Giovanni Bragolin, it was mass produced in Britain and was a commonplace in homes and businesses from the 1950s onwards. However, soon after they were bought and placed in homes, many unexplained fires began to occur. Not only were homes burning down, but the only thing that would be left completely untouched would be the Crying Boy painting. Many firefighters became afraid of the painting, refusing to have it in any of their homes. If you search the painting, you'll see many articles from the 50s about the curse of the crying boy taking home after home. No explanation was ever given as to why these paintings carried such a curse, or why all of the homes with the paintings were burning down. Keep an eye out for the crying boy next time you visit or stay in an old building. Whatever might have caused this curse should be avoided at all cost. I'm gonna go buy the picture and then hang it in this room and see what happens to Chris.
Let's make a paper hat.
You'll be in a fire. In at number 4, the Dybbuk Box. The first known haunting of this object came in 2001 by Kevin Manis, when he purchased a wine cabinet and started having terrible dreams. Now I know in advance, yes, we've discussed this countless times. It's like I'm beating a dead horse at this point, but we love the Dybbuk Box and I'm going to talk about it more. He then decided to gift the cabinet to his mother, what a who suffered a stroke the day she received it. Wow. Since this, every owner who has reported experiencing horrible events. The last owner of the cabinet, Jason Haxton, found out that the box possesses the spirit of a malicious Jewish creature called Dybbuk, who has the ability to haunt and possess the living. After numerous owners, it was then bought by an exhibit in Vegas. Since then, there have been numerous reports of hauntings surrounding the box. It was also reported that while filming for a TV show, the singer Post Malone was cursed by the box. In the months following his interaction, he was involved in a car crash, his home was robbed, and his plane had to make an emergency landing when a fault was found on it during the flight. I mean, I've stated this before, but we're back here again. It is clear that the Dybbuk Box is not something to be played with, and the curse should not be taken lightly. Unless you want to get cursed, then go peek inside. Coming in at number 3, the Basano Vase. Due to its ancient origin, the Basano Vase has a mysterious background with no one really knowing where it came from. It was found in 1988 with a note attached that said, "Beware, this vase brings death," indicating that before this it had already taken more than one life in its path. The warning was ignored and the vase was put up for auction. 3 months later, the winner of the auction and new owner of the vase had died. The next owner died after owning the vase for 2 months, and this pattern continued. This is why I don't go to auctions, because auctions have haunted things. Or something like that. Eventually the police decided that enough was enough and decided to bury the vase as an attempt to stop the evil. They have vowed to never tell anyone the location of its burial, so that means it is out there somewhere, but I wouldn't go looking for it, and if you do find it, think twice before touching it. I'ma touch everything with my fingers. In at number 2 we have Letta the Gypsy doll. Warning! The following item is said to cause feelings of immersive grief, uncontrollable sobbing, and feelings of dread. This doll has a very sinister appearance, but his story is much more tragic than evil. The doll was originally a gift from a father to his young son. Unfortunately, he passed away while playing with his doll. It is said that his spirit then became trapped within the doll. The man then gave the doll to the son of one of his co-workers, who reported that the doll would speak to him. Successive owners reported feelings of immense grief when they were around or holding the doll. They would often cry for no reason in its presence. I mean, I often cry for no reason at all, just because I can. He currently resides in Australia on display by his current owner. She claims that he roams the house during the night and often moves without explanation. Could the spirit of the little boy be looking for a way to escape? Probably. It's like Chucky, except the person in Chucky was a serial killer, and he was a man. And lastly, in at number 1, we have Robert the doll. Just by looking at Robert the doll, you get an unnerving feeling that something is not quite right. His eyes are like dark holes you don't want to spend too long looking into. It was said that he was given as a gift to an artist named Robert Eugene Otto, or Gene, when he was only 4 years old. They described the doll as looking kind of human, but also not. He also carried his own toy, a small lion. Gene named the doll Robert, and they became inseparable. Then strange things started happening around the family home. They would hear Gene laughing when alone in his room. After standing outside the door to investigate, they heard him talking to a deep-sounding voice. Furniture would be overturned in rooms where Robert had been sat. Gene started to have nightmares and his toys would disappear and then reappear, but had been mutilated. After all of these things happened, the family banished Robert to the attic, although bad things kept happening, and when asked, Otto would always say, "Robert did it." Passers-by frequently claimed to see a small figure darting from window to window. Many people are now terrified of Robert. He has now been locked up in the Key West Fort East Martello Museum. It is said that the horror has followed anyone who takes his picture without first asking. So if you go see him, always ask his permission first. I also believe people send him letters to apologize. I just don't even want to see him. Well, there we have it. Do you guys agree with our list? What haunted item scares you the most? Have you ever encountered a haunted item? Are you haunted? Maybe. Leave us all your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below, and perhaps we can do a part 3. Before I go though, I just want to respond to a few comments from one of our last videos. Top 5 stories in the Bible scarier than The Conjuring. Der2042 said, as soon as I saw the name of the video, I thought, ooh, Lucy better be hosting this one. Lol. Yes, and I was hosting that one. You're very fortunate. Usually the weird videos I do, because I like weird, and I love Ed and Lorraine Warren. I miss them, like I know them. Joel Jimenez said, I do not mind if Hollywood turns these stories into movies or TV series or a book. That would be so much fun. I mean, the stories on that list were pretty bleak. I don't think even Hollywood would touch them, personally. Although I'd still watch, it would just be dark as Amen. Amen C said, scary than The Conjuring. That'll be easy. Savage. I like The Conjuring, but just 1 and 2. Everything else is trash. Annabelle. Walter Green said, Lucy, hi. Hi, Walter. And on that note, if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and until next time, I'll see you later. These are the, what's the title? Top building whatever might have caused this, huh? I see. I like reading the script as I'm saying it, because I'm like, this is crazy. That's cool, pretty nice. It is clear. Sorry. My voice just cracked like I'm a 12-year-old boy. It is clear that the Dybbuk Box. It is clear. I don't believe in curses. Just kidding. Maybe. I believe in the Candyman. That is one that I will not say in the mirror. Bloody Mary, I with her. But not Candyman. I'm scared of his hook. They described the doll as looking kind of human. Maybe. Never met a I was going to say something controversial, but I decided to stop. For the best.